So, hi, it's me again. Time to do another knee-jerk reaction. I just watched Renovation, which is a horror movie. And my standard caveat supply, I will discuss the movie. If you don't like spoilers, don't watch this. I try not to do spoilers intentionally, but I will discuss the movie. So if I spit something out, you've been warned. Uh, this movie is a horror movie, and first the good bit. I think it was acted well. I think there's again, I don't study these movies before or after. I just watch them, so I don't know the actors' names. There are a bunch of unknowns. Well, not totally unknowns, but uh, horror story about people moving into a house, and while they're renovating the house, they find a diary in the wall. That much is given in the description. The diary is from a little girl, and it just they don't read the diary for. I know if I found a diary in the wall, I would stop whatever I was doing and I would sit there and I would read the diary. But they don't do that till halfway through the movie. So strange things happen in the house naturally. When they open the diary, that releases a ghost because the girl put her ghost in the diary. And so the woman reads the diary and it's a mystery. And I love a good mystery. And the thing is, a lot of ghost stories have a mystery. Like if you solve why the person died, they're put at rest. If you find their body, they're put at rest. If you figure out if you finish their business, they're put to rest. So there's mysteries, and I just love mysteries. I love putting together mysteries. I don't know if you looked on Amazon. I have a few books out there that have mysteries in them. And one of the things about a good mystery is you want your characters to solve that mystery on their own. And I know I criticized the what was it, the Lady in White, the Woman in White, and with the Daniel Radcliffe movie and the sequel. Um, I criticize that movie for doing the same thing. They're solving the mystery. They're doing a good job of it. They come to a couple dead ends, and then someone just hands them all the answers. That is not solving a mystery. Um, there's ways to get clue, and like in this movie, there's a scene where the ghost appears, and when it disappears, it was standing on something, and it was standing on a clue. That kind of thing, that's kind of borderline to me, but I can see that being part of the story, being, you see the ghost and it gives you a clue, and, it's kind of how a horror movie or mystery progresses. Um, so, I don't know, people shouldn't be handed the clues. They should find the clues, they should figure them out and solve them on their own. But, like I said, the ghost standing on a clue, I've seen that. There was a Japanese horror story I watched where the ghost kept climbing. Every time they saw the ghost, it was climbing this bookcase, and so finally they climbed the bookcase and they found on top a bunch of pictures that led them to the next clue. So that kind of thing, that's a ghost trying to not be a ghost anymore. They're trying to be at peace. They're trying to show the living where the clues are. So I can see that, but when you when you're at a dead end and then someone just comes up and says, "Here's all the answers you need." That's just, I don't know. I know it's like, what's it called, do all machina, but no, I don't like that. And even in Star Trek they did it, and science fiction they do it. They try to solve a mystery, and boom, they get to the dead end, and then like, oh, here's all the answers. You know, now we can put the movie to rest. Now we have all the answers. Let's go free this guy. And that's exactly what this movie did. There was good acting. It was a good mystery. I liked the mystery. I liked how it came apart, but it could have. And it's so easy to watch a movie and say, well, they should have did it this way, but sometimes it's just so obvious. Why have all the answers handed to them at the end? After they found the body, they could have. The old woman gave them the biggest clue in the asylum, and then they find the body and they realize what happened, and there could have been something tying that to the neighbor. I mean, there's just different ways that they could have solved that on their own, but uh, uh, you know, it's easy to say that. I just think writers, they love to write, because I do that too. I'll write a scene, and the scene will be perfect. It'll be moody, and I love it. And then I'll design the story around that scene. And sometimes writers do that, and they're like, well, how did I get to this point? How did I get to this point? And rather than figure all that out, they'll be like, well, I'll just have this character come in and tell them all the answers. Blah. I just hate that. And I try. I don't think I've ever done that in my writing, and I will try to never do that in my writing. In fact, that's one of the rules of Pixar's. Their rules of good movie making is never have something handed to a character. It's got to be earned. It's got to be figured out. But enough of that. The movie, the acting was good. The evil character. My mom used to always say, there's a good actor when you really hate the character. And there's these characters there you just want to strangle them. You just want to punch them in the face. And, you know, they're just so evil. And some people say, oh, God, they're horrible people. I don't want to listen. But that's good acting. They acted to make me hate them because they were the bad guys. And to me, that's good acting. I will always applaud that. Um, had a twist ending. I know I said spoilers, but I won't give away the twist ending. But it's not the kind of ending that you will feel fulfilled of. But I mean, it tied everything up nicely. The little deal at the end, there's a little deal between the doctor and the nurse, and that could have been left out. That just, I don't know. It's like if you kill somebody, you don't go into a bar and brag about it. And that's kind of what happened at the end. And I'm like, they could have left that out. It would have been even more impactful, I think, if they left that out between the doctor and the nurse. But overall, there was a few jump scares, a few things that didn't quite make sense, but you give a movie like that a pass because they're just there to scare you, and it is kind of a scary movie, good date movie, I guess, because the couple really did love each other, and if that's kind of a movie you take your date on, to show that hey, this could be us, solving this mystery, and overall, boy, how would I rate this? I would recommend it if you're in the mood for a scary movie. I would, uh, or if you like mysteries, it was a good story. I didn't like how it was handed to him, but I'm torn on this one, so I would give it like, and I haven't come up with a rating system yet, so at the end of every review, I'd make up a rating system. So in this rating system, I would give it like 5 stars out of 10, maybe halfway. Watch it. Uh, it did make you emotional. I mean, I think any movie that like makes you go, "Oh, I just want to just punch him." And there wasn't any scenes, and this is another pet peeve of mine. There wasn't any scenes that took you out of the movie. And my last review, I criticized it because there was splash on the camera lens, and they did it intentionally. And I was like, that makes you think, okay, there's a camera, and that like takes you out of the movie. Nothing about that did. And I watched this, of course, it's daylight out, but I think this would be a good movie at night, with your girlfriend, with your boyfriend. Uh, some jump scares. Very emotional. You'll hate you by the end of this movie. You will hate the two characters, and that's intentional. And I think that, like I said, that's good acting, good writing, good directing, and nothing about this movie was particularly bad, except that I don't like being handed the answer. And but it progressed. Well, there was there was a couple of the clues. I'm like, huh. That's not how you're handed. That's not how you find clues. They were again handed right to them, and uh, so as a mystery person, I like a good horror movie, and if it's just a horror movie, that's great. But if there's a mystery, if there's good writing, I love it even better. And so this was like almost, but not quite. But yeah, 5 stars out of 10. Watch it late at night. Good scary movie on Netflix. Yeah. So it's called Renovation. Picture was a house on a skull thingy, and you can't miss it. It's just I think it just came out because like I'm on Netflix all the time, and I oh this is a new movie, and then I was kind of bored. I flipped through like 20 different movies. I thought I'll just watch this one again. Uh, I would half recommend it, but uh, just don't expect a lot out of it. But it'll entertain you, and I think in the end that's what you want to do. So be entertained. Watch Renovation. 5 stars out of 10. Um, Watch it, and then this is one of those movies you kind of have to make your own decision on. Thanks.